will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
Alright guys, so you can see we have the frame already set up here. We have our dash sitting up there. Now today we're going to be installing this dash, and when you're doing a dash on these, you have to build the body first so that you can get all of your stuff straight. Now because we're going with a Storm body, it comes in multiple pieces. This thing comes in 2 boxes. It's lots of pieces. It has to be assembled. Now if you're going to be running something like a OEM E-Z-GO body, you know, you're just going to have a front cowl and a rear body. It's a lot less work to do, but we like the looks of the Storm body, so we're going to sit here and put this together. As you can see, me and Alex are kind of sitting here arguing over instructions. Even though I've probably put about 20 of these together, we still argued over what clips went where. It was pretty funny, but we got it going. The important thing is you have to get these bodies straight. If you don't get your body straight, when you go to mount this dash, it's never going to be right, and this is probably one of the most critical parts of this build, is making sure that you get your body on straight so that you can get your dash lined up, because this chassis has no holes in it. You have to drill all your own holes, so you have to get your body ready. You got to get it all laid out. That way you can line everything up, get it straight, get your holes drilled, and it's much easier if you have somebody to help you with. That way you have 2 sets of eyes looking at everything.
Oh, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
As you can see, Alex was having a little bit of trouble getting this screw lined up. It didn't want to quite line up, but he finally figured it out, and we got the rest of the body going. Now guys, if you are going to run a Storm body kit, Mad Jax TV has a great install video and shows you every screw, every nut, every bolt, every clip, front to back, side to side. It's a great video. So if you're going to run a Storm body, I'll put a link in this and you guys can check that out. Okay, now that we have the front cowl assembled, we're sitting here trying to get it into what I call the dash. Some people call it different things. To me, it's a dash. So we're sitting here trying to get this lined up. Guys, if you have more than one person to help, this is going to be a lot easier. This dash has little tabs. You have to get your body lined up inside these tabs and get them all nice and flush and get the body pushed in. And then you have to find your holes like I'm doing right here, trying to find out where I can get my rivets in. So we're going to put 2 rivets in. We're going to put one on each side. Okay guys, now it's important to get these 2 rivets in up top. What this is going to do is hold your body straight. Now once you get this riveted in, now we're going to be able to kind of step down and move to some other parts of this where we can get everything lined up. So here I am. I went and got some fender washers from one of the box stores, and we got me some long bolts. Now I used the windshield mounts to hold this body in place. That way when I get ready to make my marks, the body's not just sitting there. Now I probably could have went with a smaller screw. It did take me a little bit of time to run these in. I will say that I did put tape on the back of my fender washers so I didn't scratch my body. And then I did it on both sides. Guys, this is going to help keep that body nice and straight, especially if you're by yourself. If you have somebody helping you, it's not quite as bad. But I highly recommend the fender trick. This is going to allow you to get that body set up there without a whole lot of wiggle room. Now, you will still have a little bit of room to kind of wiggle, which is what you need. If you get it too tight, you can flex that body and your holes will be off on your dash. Now, you are going to need some tools. You're going to need a drill. You're going to need some spring-loaded punches, a rivet gun. I use a small ratcheting screwdriver, a drill bit index, some tape. I'd use a drill bit extension, some fender washers, and then the box that comes with the chassis. that's going to have all of the screws and all of the stuff that goes to this body. Okay, don't judge my tape. I know it's kind of hanging off, but it worked. We didn't scratch the body. So now you can see that the front cowl is mocked up. It's sitting there straight where we kind of need it. We got the rivets still holding the body in place. We have the screws mounted through the frame. Now we can kind of go ahead and start lining up everything so we can get ready to drill. As you can see, this was the video earlier where we put the rivets in. Guys, it's important. You got to get one on each side. Alright, so Alex is sitting here trying to get the body lined up. Now, there are tabs in there. They can be kind of a pain to get lined up in there. So if you have tape or if you have somebody to help, get that in the body so that you can get your hole mounted up so you can get your bottom rivet in. Alex is going to sit here and make a couple marks. That way we know where to drill. I'm standing in front and making sure the body is still lined up. Now Alex is going to go ahead and make sure the inside rivets are lined up. So he's going to mark his holes. Now guys, there's a couple ways to go about this. You can mark the holes and pull the dash off. I put an extension on mine and I leave that on there and drill through the dash. Alright, so when it comes to drilling the holes in the frame where we're going to mount the dash, if you don't have the right stuff, it's a little bit harder. So you're going to need a drill. Now I use an extension and then I use bits that have the locking system on them. That way the dash does not mess with me when I'm trying to get my holes drilled, because if you just have a drill bit, it's going to be really tight trying to get that in there. With the dash being there, you're going to run into your drill and all that stuff. So I run an extension on mine, and then it's aluminum, so you don't go fast with aluminum. You tend to try to keep it a little bit slower as you're drilling, about like that. Now, when you're extending like that, you will have a little bit of wobble. Your bit is going to kind of wobble. That's why you go slow. If you're going fast, you're going to wobble a lot. So get your point on your punch, where your center punch was in the aluminum. Get your point, get you stuck in there, and then go slow. You're going to be riveting this body in anyway, so a little bit of wiggle room is not going to hurt you. All right, now let's make some fresh new holes. I hate drilling holes. Measure twice, measure 3 times, measure 10 times, and make sure it is where you want it, because when you drill these holes, it's where it's going to be. All right, let's go drill some holes. All right, so as you can see, if you don't have a long bit, you're going to end up running into the side of your body. Make sure to stay straight and even. You don't want your hole crooked. Alright, so before we can get the dash mounted, there are a bunch of features in this box that we have to open. So we're going to open this box real quick, kind of check out some of the contents in here that go in the dash. These are going to be the doors for the dash. Now Navitas has gone ahead and they've already put everything in your plate. They put everything in your plate for you. So your ignition switch, this will be your forward and reverse knob, headlight knob. And then you have USB and USB-C, and they even left you a blank plate if you want to add something else. Now most of this stuff is pretty easily wired, and all of this stuff is already ran up into the dash. So like your key is going to be plug and play, your USB is going to be plug and play, your headlights we're going to have to wire in, and then the forward and reverse knob we will have to wire. Now, it also comes with an extra USB double pin connector that we will tie back in. And then rivets, which are important because we got to have these to mount the dash. And then the most important thing, set of keys. Without these, we ain't going nowhere. guys, so here we have the black plastic tray that comes with this cart. This tray is meant to hold 6 8-volt batteries if you're going to run lead acid, but since we're running the lithium battery, we're going to go ahead and kind of modify it. That way we can use it as a little bit of extra protection for our lithium battery and our charger. So my buddy John here is sitting here cutting this out with an oscillating tool. Now guys, you can use any tool you want to cut this. You can use a Dremel, any type of rotary tool. We just found that tool worked the best. Here I am with a razor blade cleaning it up because we want to make sure it's absolutely flat and as clean as we can get it. And now we're going to sit here and just do a little bit of trimming. That way we can get it in the cart. Now, if you see the yellow marks here, guys, we had already set this in and made marks for our battery. Now, it's important to get your battery lined out where you want it. So we have our set where the battery is facing forward. That way we can mount the charger back into the cart next to the battery. So we're going to sit here and drill through the plastic and through the aluminum. And guys, like I said, you want to use 4 bolts. You really don't want anything to happen if for some reason the cart was to flip over. That battery does not want to come out from underneath the seat. I promise you. This is a step that's going to make it a whole lot more reliable. Guys, when it comes to getting this battery, I do recommend getting a friend to help. There's no reason to hurting your back or your knees. Get some help to put this battery in. They are big and awkward.
That's heavy. I better use my strong hand.
Now, if you're lucky like me, you'll have one small friend because I'm the big friend, so this makes this even. He can stand up there. I just kind of lift it in. Once you get it into position, guys, you want to get it lined up over your bolt holes. Now, we did have a little challenge with this because with this tub, it was a little bit more difficult to get the nuts and bolts through the plastic tub and the frame. But like I said, my friend's little. He's got little hands. As you can see, mine are not. And it was not quite as easy for me to get my hands in there. So it was a good thing he was there to help.
They come out.
I feel violated.
Hey Ryan, what you doing?
Tightening this nut. I was when it's spinning.
These nuts.
Waiting on Alex to drop this other bolt in so he can.
Trying. Bigfoot thing. No, it wasn't Bigfoot. It was old.
You know, it looks like the silhouette of. You should see what you look like right now.
I look like an angel.
Alright, after you get your battery bolted in, make sure you use your...
Use my strong hand.
Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. Alright, when we're going to mount the controller, we're going to... Why do I keep calling it a controller?
It's a charger, fool.
Yeah. Alright, when we go to mount the controller, we left enough room over here on the side. Now, I don't want to push everything too far forward because then it makes it real hard to bend your cables, and we really don't have anything else going up here. If you want to save room, you could do it about midway, but then you're not going to have any metal to mount to. You're going to be just in plastic, and we don't want that. So we're going to scoot back to where we're in the metal back here. Then there's a little bit of metal up here that we can still go to, and it'll give us room to kind of make sure we can get our wires tucked in nice and neat.
My paint job was better than yours.
Was it? Too bad nobody will ever see it.
It was clean on the inside and the outside.
Yeah, but it dried good.
Yep. Ryan, did you see your message?
I saw it.
Isn't it so nice of me?
So sweet of you.
It was. Are you having problems?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is your hole not big enough?
Oh, my hole's perfect.
That's what she said.
Oh!
That wasn't me, bro. I was over here.
I know.
That it?
No, I'll just give it a little tighten. Chill shot. All right, now that we have our battery in, hey, quit watching TikTok while I'm filming. Thank you. Okay, now that we have the battery and the charger in, we're gonna run some of our wires. I'm gonna try something a little different this time. Normally I'll drill a couple holes and I'll zip tie stuff, but now I have a new zip tie. Drill a hole, it's got a Christmas tree on it. Push it in, and you can wrap around and zip tie it in and make it nice and neat. So in the next video, we're gonna show you how to do this, and then we're gonna show you how to run all the wires to our battery and get everything hooked up. All right, guys, I got some holes to drill. We'll see you in the next episode.
Heavy. Woo, that's heavy. I better use my strong hand.